That's what's so cool about it. It's such an easy thing, and people think you've just spent a lot of time. Got a little too much water in that. Okay. Well, that's still a little wet. Let's do the face. The face is the Blush Blossom. And the little hands. I won't be able to do the legs because we just did the shoes, but I'll get the face filled in. Oh, and I forget to do the neck. I forgot to do the neck on that one. My baby's gone to sleep. Oh, I keep talking and waking her up. She's in one of these, what do you call it? They're a baby pouch that you put around your body. Okay. Let's try to do our jackets next. Those are also going to be in the Night of Navy. Gosh, I need to come up with a craft for our family reunion that's coming up. My parents rent a big house that has an indoor swimming pool, and my cousin Lisa has already let me know that she expects a good craft for the big house, which is pretty funny. I ought to take something that everybody has to do instead of me doing something. It's usually me doing something and showing up with it, and everybody just gets to take it home. Last year I did little square tissue box covers for those square tissue boxes, and everybody loved those. And I was flying by the seat of my pants, which happens often. And I didn't have time to make them ahead of time, so I just took my paper trimmer and my bone folder and my adhesives, and one of my cousins helped me construct them. Okay, now we're ready to do the enhancing on the pumpkin, which just is some dusty Durango. And I just really was not careful about this step at all. And I just slopped it on here, across the bottom, and across the top. And this may get us in trouble here, since we're right by the jacket. Because the trick about watercoloring is that you can do as many layers as you want, but if you're right next to a wet area, it will bleed over to the wet area. And can you see on here, I'm getting some little paper pulp from the paper. Now, I just was not careful about this at all, and when it dries, it's good. I got a little bit of the black on there too. But that's okay. Who's going to complain? Alright, now we need to do the buckle. So let's just do that. I don't think I put any water in my yellow. And then our last step will be just to do the sponging around the outside. Always be sure to let your paintbrushes dry this way with the brush down. That way the water doesn't go up inside the ferrule here. If water goes up in there, it will rot the wood of the handle, and then your bristles will start to fall out. So let them dry in that manner. And then once they're dry, you can store them brush tip up, which is how I store mine in jars. That way I can see the tips and grab whatever I want. Okay, so now we're going to do our sponging. And I am just going to shut my artist tray here. That's the cool thing about the Tim Holtz artist tray. You can shut it, and then it doesn't get on stuff. I am going to do my sponging on a glass mat because I did this the other day and it just worked so much nicer than on a piece of cardstock. Okay, here's my yellow sponge. I'm trying to work around my baby here. See if I can get her legs around here. Okay. All right. There we go. If you have any questions, be sure and let me know. Thanks for joining me.